Yo, what's up guys? It's Freehold Fit or Alex, whatever you guys want to go with. Here today, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do a oil change on a G37 370Z VQ37HR. Yep. I'm gonna do a tutorial video on how to do oil change. This is mine's a 2012. I have intakes on it, Wolf Technology, carb legal, carb sticker right there. Coilovers, BC coilovers. I used to have it slammed, but I raised it like an inch. It ain't too low now, but it's still kind of aggressive. Got 2-inch adapters on it. Full exhaust, headers back. Pretty loud. I'll post an exhaust clip probably soon, or if you guys want me to, lay it out in the comments. What you guys want? I don't know. Oh, I know how to do brakes too. Brake pads, coilover install. You know, I know how to do a couple things. So, you know, just leave in the comments what you guys want, or if you guys need help with anything, if you guys have questions. But yeah, let's get started with this oil change. Alright, so the stuff you will need to get this done. You'll need a jack, obviously. You'll need a torque wrench, size 10, to get the under shroud off, or splash guard I guess. And a 14 to get the nut off, release the oil. You will need jack stands. If you don't have any, I recommend you go buy some. AutoZone, 20 bucks. Come in super handy. Never trust a jack alone. Always use them. Your oil. Personally, I do my oil change every 3,000 miles. I always use full synthetic. I'm not really too picky about the brand. Valvoline, Mobil. This time I went with Castrol because it was cheaper. You know, trying to save money. Full synthetic, Castrol Edge with the STP filter. You know, again, I'm not too big on the brand, just as long as it's full synthetic. And I change the filter every time. Yep. And every 3K miles I change it. I get shit about it, but I don't care. I want to keep my car safe. I want to keep it reliable, you know? That's how you keep it healthy. Maintain it, do the oil changes on time. My dad tells me I should go 5K because it's full synthetic, but I'm like, nah. I'll stick to 3. Keep my car reliable. And you will need an oil catcher, obviously, so your oil lands somewhere. Alright, step number 1. Let's do it. Alright, step number 1. Getting the car off the ground. I'm gonna go over this because the first time I did my oil change, I had trouble with that shit. So, if it's your first time doing it and you went to YouTube, I'm gonna try my best to make this easy on you guys. Alright, where you want to jack it up from? Okay, first of all, I have 2x4s on mine because my car is low. I mean, if you're not low, if you're stock, you don't gotta worry about that. But you always want to lay it. You always want to jack it up from the subframe. I don't know if the camera's gonna get it or not, but I'll try my best. There is metal right here, the subframe. It's metal. You want to make sure you get on the metal. If you're not sure, just feel it. You can tap it. It'll sound. You hear it? Straight metal. It's about half a foot long, so your jack will perfectly fit right there. There's also like a little hinge right there, but I wouldn't really trust it. You know, it can slip. But yeah, that's where you want to jack it up from, right there. You don't want to jack it up from somewhere soft because you'll just fucking dent it upward, or I don't know, some bad shit will happen. And you want to go ahead and lay the jack stand. I always place it, I have a certain place for it, in between these two holes right here. It's metal, it's hard, subframe again. I always put it right there. It like fits perfectly with the hook, so that's why I always place it right there. See? And then raise it up once, right there. It's right by the test pipe. See? My resonator test pipes. There's all my fucking scraping. I took off the resonators, straight piped it also. Yep, that's where you want to be. And then you want to lower the jack slow, release it slowly. Probably gonna fuck it up. This shit's hard as hell, so camera down. Alright, there you go. You want to release it nice and slow. Alright. And that's it right there. And you want to go repeat the process on the other side. Alright guys, once you guys get one side up, you want to, with the other jack stand, since you have one side up in the air already, you want to get the jack stand up to like the second or third level. I always put it on the third. Right there, you want to have 1, 2, 3. Or 2 ridges? No, it's 2. 1, 2. Because when you're under the car doing the oil change, you don't want to be tight on your arms. You know, you like want to have arm space. And if you don't have the arm space, you won't be comfortable doing it. So remember to raise it a little bit more. On the jack stands. Just to be sure, you want to give it a nice little shake and make sure it's sturdy. Alright, that was part 1, getting it off the ground. Probably the hardest part, honestly. Well, not the hardest, but most work. Especially if it's low. If you have it on coilovers or you have it slammed, it's going to be the hardest part for sure. Now let's get to the bottom part. Alright guys, so we are on the bottom of my car. I have a aftermarket undershroud or skid plate. If you have the stock one, it's gonna be just rubber. Plastic one's aluminum. And it's gonna be the same process, so you're gonna have to take all these little 10 sockets off. 10 bolts, they're all the way around. And you just take them all off. And you have 3 pop-up ones right here. You need a flathead or a knife. Pop them off. And this undershroud will come off. But since this undershroud is aftermarket, it has this little port right here, so I can do my oil change way easier. I just take 2 bolts off, and this opens up, and I can do my oil change without having to take everything off. If you have a stock one, you got to take everything off. But it's really easy. It's just a bunch of fucking bolts. You got to unbolt and these little push pins. But if you have this or something aftermarket, way easier. 2 bolts and you'll have access. So let me take these 2 bolts off, and I'll be right back. Guys, so I got that little thing off. 2 10s, and now you will need a 14 to loosen up the oil so it leaks out, so it drains. I already loosened it up, but just put the 14 on it, you know, left obviously. Mine's loose already. So, oh, and you want to keep in mind, you want to have your oil catcher or whatever the fuck this shit's called out forward a little bit, because this is gonna come outward. It's not gonna come straight down. This was my big mistake the first time I did this shit. I had it like right under, and that shit went whoop, way off. I was like, oh no! So make sure you have it out this way a little bit. Like right there. And let's start loosening it up. Hopefully I don't drop the fucking bolt. You want to like apply pressure so you don't drop it. See? Right there. It's just hot as hell. And then you just want to adjust the basket with it. And that's it. Let it drain. That's basically how you do the oil change. You just let that shit drain. You wait about 15 minutes. Let that shit chill right there. Let it drain. And I'm going to let it drain. And I'll be right back. I'm wearing this shit because it's hot as balls. It's like 112 right now. Oops, dropped my socket. It's all good. I'm gonna let it drain, and I'll be back with the last part. Guys, one thing I almost forgot to explain. The filter. It's gonna be tucked right in there. Right by the hole. The filter. You want to twist it left. You should be able to get it loose. If you can't get it loose, they sell filter removers. They're like $8. But you should be able to get it loose. And you just twist it off. It's gonna shoot oil too, so make sure you have the bucket like right in the middle so it all lands on it. Just twisty, twisty, twisty. There you go. That's how you do the filter. And now you let it drain. Check back with you guys in a bit. Let me let this drain. Alright guys, so back to the last step. Basically, you're gonna do vice versa. You unbolted, you took off the filter, you're gonna put the filter now back on, the new one, and you're gonna put the bolt back on. But what I do, or what I recommend everybody do with the new filter, you want to put oil on the rim of it, or on the whatever the fuck those shit's called. What is it called? Oh man, whatever. Just put oil in it, some of the old oil, so the next time you take it off, it comes off easy. You guys saw how I took it off with my hand. That's probably why I was able to, because I did this in my previous oil change. I always do this, and it makes taking it off way easier. But if you don't do it like I did the first 2 times, one of my buddies actually told me about this, and I started doing it, and it helped a lot. It makes taking the filter off so much easier, because if you don't do this, that shit is on there so fucking tight, and it's a bitch getting it off. Trust me, that shit gets you mad as fuck. And that's about good right there. You know, you don't need to put too much, just a good amount, just to get it nice and lubed up. That's good about right there. And I'm gonna go back down there and twist that shit back on and put the bolt back on. This shit is hard, guys. You have no idea how hard it is with one hand recording, holding a camera, and the other one fucking doing shit. This is fucking tricky, so bear with me. Sorry, guys, but I'm trying my best. There you go. You want to get this tight, but you don't want to do it too tight. You don't want to break it. That'll fucking suck if you break it, so don't do it too tight. Let's go. There you go, right there. And that's it. And then just clean up the area. Get all the oil off, you know, excess oil you might have in the area. You know, and if you have the stock one, the stock undershroud, you're gonna have to place it, pop the 3 pins in first so it holds it in place, and then pull everything back up. I don't gotta do that because I got this one. I got it on eBay. Look it up on Google. Oh, and the proper term to use is undershroud. I was trying to find it under skid plate or some shit like that, and nothing came up. Ugh. So it took me a while to find them. So look up undershroud if you want to get one. Alright, I'm gonna get it off the ground, or get it on the ground, I mean. And let's put the oil in. I'll be right back. Alright, now that you got the car back on the ground, you got the oil filter back on, you got the cap back on, make sure everything's all nice and settled. You want to come back to the top, right here. You want to put the new oil in. It's pretty hard to open. You might not be able to get it open. If you can't get it open, just get like a, I don't know, like a flathead. Let me see, I'll be right back. so you can get angle on it, like this for example, and just tap it with a hammer, or I don't know, whatever you have. I found these pliers, so I'm just gonna do that. Look, just put it right there, and nice couple taps. Now it's all nice and loose. Open it up, and that's how you do it. Now you come and get your cone. Make sure you clean it if you've used it before. I already cleaned mine before I started the video, but I'm probably gonna give it a quick little wipe down again because you don't want nothing nasty to fall in there in your fucking engine. So give it a quick little wipe down. Put that right there. And let's go get the oil. I'm using Castrol this time, like I said, Castrol Edge, but it's full synthetic, so it don't really matter. I use Mobile, Valvoline, Castrol, as long as it's full synthetic, nothing else. And this engine, 3.7, is 5 quarts. Well, it's actually like 5.3, 5.4. I have an extra quart laying around, so I'm gonna add more. You always gotta add a little bit more. 5 quarts isn't enough. You want to put 5 quarts and a little bit more of another one, like 5.3, 5.4, so not half of it, but like a little bit amount. Let me dump all of this one in. There's 5 quarts. That's good. Now let me go get the extra one I have. This one's Valvoline. Yeah, I'm gonna mix them. I don't give a shit. Same fucking difference. Ain't nothing gonna happen. If you got something to say it in the comments. I don't care. And this is how much more you want to add. This is how much I put. Right now it's 5 quarts, but Nissan says 5.4, 5.3, so I say about right there. It's up to you if you want to add more, but you can always check with the dipsticks for. If you need more, put more. If you put too much, fuck. If you put too much, you fucked. Don't put too much. I don't think it's too bad, but just don't over fucking fill it. Just do 5 and a little bit of another quart and you'll be fine. And now you want to get the lid back on. What I always do, I always put the old oil back in this one, and I just take that shit back. Oh fuck. I just put all the old oil back in this bitch, and I take it back to AutoZone, cause they recycle it there, no questions asked. I got used oil, dump it in there. There you go. That's basically it, guys. Want to make sure you get the cap back on. Don't forget about the caps. Nice and tight. Wipe down the area if you have to, which I'm gonna do right now. I got a bunch of little dirt spots everywhere and whatnot. Got oil right here. Shit, I need to clean my engine, but I'm about to do that shit right now. Might as well. Shit, got nothing else to do. Alright, if you check your oil right now, there's really no point, because fucking oil just ran down the dipstick, so it's not gonna be accurate. But you can just wipe it, dip it back in about 2-3 times, and it'll be good. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. That's how I do the oil change. Like I said before, I can do a video of coilovers install, or springs, lowering springs, whatever. I can do brake pads, because I've done my brake pads before also. So if you guys have any questions or want to know anything about my car, how many miles it has or whatever, currently it has like 55k. So yeah, oil change do-it-yourself tutorial. If there's anything that you guys didn't understand or I wasn't clear enough on, ask, let me know. I'll get back to you guys. Thank you. This is my baby right here. So catch you guys later.